Rain fell hard against the city, washing away the dirt but never the blood. Neon lights flickered across empty alleys, painting the world in red and blue reflections. Zara walked with her head down, a black hood over her face, leather boots splashing through puddles that mirrored the chaos of her mind. It had been 3 years since the night everything was stolen from her. Her crew, her trust, her life. She should have been dead, left in that warehouse bleeding from 2 bullets and betrayal. But she didn't die. She crawled through the darkness, healed in silence, and learned to kill without hesitation. Tonight she wasn't a woman anymore. She was a shadow made of rage. The first name on her list was Kade Mercer, once her brother-in-arms, now a crime lord who ruled the South Side with guns, drugs, and cheap loyalty. His nightclub Mercy was anything but merciful. It pulsed with light, music, and sin, a place where he thought he was untouchable. Zara parked her motorcycle across the street, engine growling like the thunder above. She checked her gun, loaded, ready, and slipped it into the holster beneath her coat. Her reflection in the glass door showed a ghost, a woman with scars on her cheek and eyes, that no longer knew warmth. She walked through the entrance like a storm. The bouncer barely had time to ask before her fist hit his throat. He dropped gasping, and she stepped over him without a glance. Inside, smoke hung thick, the air vibrating with bass. Men in suits laughed, women danced, and Kade sat in a high booth surrounded by his guards, gold chains glinting like trophies. Zara moved through the crowd with calm precision. Some faces recognized her. One man froze, drink slipping from his hand, but she was already past him. When she reached the VIP stairs, 2 guards blocked her path. "Private section," one said, reaching out. Her gun silenced him before his words finished. The other tried to draw, but she shot him in the leg and kicked him aside. Screams erupted, music still pounding as chaos bloomed like fire. Kade looked up, disbelief spreading across his face. "Zara!" he said, voice drowned by the bass. She climbed the steps slowly, gun steady. "You thought I was dead." He rose to his feet, eyes darting to the guards behind him. "You should have stayed that way." "You should have made sure," she said coldly. The words struck deeper than the bullet that followed. The shot hit him square in the chest, sending him sprawling back into the leather couch. His drink shattered on the floor, blood mixing with spilled liquor. The crowd screamed. Zara's expression never changed. 2 guards rushed her. She dropped one with a shot, slammed the second into a glass table, and twisted his wrist until she heard bones snap. Her movements were precise, mechanical, fueled by purpose, not anger. When the room fell silent, she walked to Kade's body and stared. "You remember that night?" she whispered. "You said loyalty means survival." "I learned you lied." She tore the patch from his jacket, a metal emblem shaped like a fang, symbol of their old crew, the Iron Fangs. She flicked open her lighter, flame dancing between her fingers, and set the emblem on fire. The metal hissed, then melted. "One down," she murmured, voice steady despite the blood on her hands. The sirens began to wail in the distance, red and blue flashing through the shattered glass windows. Zara holstered her gun, turned, and walked through the chaos she'd created. Club lights flickered wildly, alarms blaring, people pushing past her in fear. But no one touched her. No one dared. She was death walking through their fear. Outside, the rain hit her face, washing streaks of blood from her skin. Her motorcycle waited at the curb, its matte black frame glistening under streetlights. She swung her leg over the seat and revved the engine, heart still pounding but calm, steady. The city around her was alive, cars, lights, noise, but to her it all sounded distant, unreal. As she sped through the streets, past graffiti walls and flickering signs, her mind drifted to the past she could never bury. She remembered the warehouse, the gunfire, the betrayal. Kade's laugh, Rafe's command, Nova's cold eyes as they turned their weapons on her. She remembered the pain, the blood, the silence afterward. "Loyalty means survival," Rafe had said. She had believed him. She had loved him. Now, love was the wound that refused to close. The motorcycle roared down the freeway, slicing through rain and wind. She stopped under a bridge miles away, the city lights glowing behind her like a burning skyline. From her pocket, she pulled a small notebook, the names written inside in her careful hand. 3 names, Kade, Nova, Rafe, one already crossed out. She closed the book and slipped it back into her coat. Her hand trembled for a moment, not from fear, but from memory. The past was heavy, but revenge was heavier. Still, it was all she had left. She looked at the reflection of her face in a puddle, half lit, half shadow, and whispered to herself, "No mercy." Her voice broke slightly. The only trace of the woman she once was. The rest had been burned away in betrayal. A police siren wailed closer. She kicked her bike into motion again and disappeared into the night, leaving only smoke, fire, and a story that would echo through the city for years. In the underworld, whispers would spread about the woman who came back from the dead, who hunted her own, who bled the streets dry of those who crossed her. They'd call her many things, ghost, outlaw, avenger, but she would always be one thing to herself, unfinished. The rain didn't stop, and neither did she. Every drop that hit the ground sounded like a heartbeat, every flash of lightning like the gunshots that haunted her dreams. But beneath it all, Zara smiled faintly under her hood. The first blood debt was paid.